Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Granblue Fantasy Relink. This is a game that we have all been very looking forward to, spoken about it many times in the past on the channel over what seems like many years right now. And of course, while we have had more recent development updates, they have recently said that the game is unfortunately delayed, so we will have to wait a little bit longer. So today, I want to give you guys a quick news update on everything you need to know. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know if you are excited for this game. And of course, don't forget to keep it locked for plenty more. So, to begin with, again, as mentioned, this is one of those games where they typically show stuff off, they go quiet for a while, we then begin to question whether it's still in development, whether it still exists, and then they say something else. So we have recently had an update for this highly anticipated game. Well, the gameplay they've shown so far, honestly, it looks really cool. I'm loving the sort of combat side of it. It looks really fast-paced, definitely sort of my kind of jam. I'm much more about those action-oriented RPGs as opposed to sort of the slower-paced, maybe turn-based kind of things. So this is definitely my jam. I never played the actual Granblue mobile game, but of course I have had exposure to the series through the fighting game, of course Granblue Versus, and now looking forward to this one as well. If you guys have for some reason missed this completely and you just don't know what this is, quick little recap, this is an upcoming action JRPG being made by Cygames, which of course is best known for games such as Dragalia Lost and also Granblue Fantasy. It's planned for PlayStation 4, PS5 and PC, and Relink was of course first revealed on PS4 all the way back in 2017, hence why I said it's been quite a long time. And back then it was in development by Platinum Games, or at least they were helping with development. In 2019 though, Cygames took the game in-house due to development difficulties with the project. The game was then meant to launch this year, 2022, as announced in the latest trailer, but has since been delayed due to the team wanting more time to polish the game. This of course adds another year to an already 5-year development time, but we've waited this long, so what more is one more year? It is a little bit worrying that they are delaying the game at this stage, but the producer of the game, Yuito Kimura, actually addressed some concerns in a statement from the company. He said the development team has been hard at work at getting Granblue Fantasy Relink ready for its target release date in 2022. We understand the excitement players have for this game, so it is with utmost regret that we announce the release date will be pushed back a second time to 2023. All graphical resources, scenario pieces, voices, music, and other assets are in a completed state. At this stage, we are focused on refining gameplay balance, debugging, improving audio, and graphical fidelity, and making general improvements to the overall experience. So, even though this is disappointing to hear, he did also say that we will be getting an update on the game later on this year. He said we would like to ask for a little bit more of your patience. Further information was slated to be revealed in June 2022, but at the moment, our plan is to share more details in December. We can't wait to show you what we have. I do believe December is when they have Granblue Fantasy Fest or Granblue Fest, so that's probably where they're going to be dropping the most relevant information. But regardless, yes, admittedly waiting a little bit longer is a crying shame, especially when lots of games this year seem to be getting pushed into 2023. However, if they are on the sort of home stretch, I would much rather they take a little bit more time and ensure that it actually comes out as a good game than just rushing out the door and then having it be a lackluster experience. We did of course get a few more details on the game last year. They spoke both about how questing works and how multiplayer works. The game is basically split into both a main story campaign, which can only be played solo, and a multiplayer game mode called quests, which are unlocked after completing the main story. So it is of course a little bit disjointed in that regard, but there are two different ways to play. The idea being that you spend your time in the main game sort of getting used to the game, getting used to the mechanics, meeting the characters, learning about the world, all different things like that. And of course you can hop into multiplayer once you are comfortable. I guess you could then in that regard make sort of comparisons to Monster Hunter in that of course you run through village quests on your own, then you go and do multiplayer quests on the side. You can of course also do those same multiplayer quests on your own if you want to, using AI controlled allies. The website has also been updated with some additional information about the story of the game and how we'll set off on our journey. They say that there exists a world where islands of all shapes and sizes float in a sea of clouds. It is a world forsaken by the gods. Once upon a time, people known as the Astrals attempted to seize control of this world with their overwhelming might, but the citizens of the skies repelled the invaders, thus ushering in a new era of peace. Living on a little-known island in a remote part of the skies, you find a letter left behind by your father telling you to set off for a legendary island. However, before you leave, you meet a mysterious girl named Lyria, inevitably setting the wheels of fate in motion. So, that is pretty much what we have right now on the game. Again, admittedly, we do have to wait a little bit longer, which I'm a little sad on. However, I've been waiting since 2017, so what more is a few more months. Hopefully, it doesn't end up releasing at the end of next year, and hopefully, therefore, we only have to wait maybe 6 to 9 months, something like that. That wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you've missed some of our recent videos, be sure to check out one of these ones and stay tuned for plenty more.